Cassie, hopefully this weather starts to level out a little bit.
Yes, you know, at least it's going to be nice and warm the next couple of days. Today, it really wasn't all too bad. It was mild. We did have a lot of cloud cover, and we are starting to see the moisture increase a little bit. We've got a warm front to our south, and that's going to be lifting to our north overnight tonight, and that should bring in some nice rain and possibly even a few thunderstorms across really much of the state. And just kind of zooming in a little bit closer here to central, south central Oklahoma, you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. From time to time, we have these isolated light rain showers that are lifting to the north. So chances overall for any rain this evening going to be pretty low, but it is still certainly a possibility. This is our National Cowboy Museum camera. Part of our Pike Pass Sky Chem Network, cloudy and mild. We're at 65 degrees. We got an east wind right now at 9 miles an hour. Temperatures have dropped into the upper 50s and low 60s across the west and northwest, but we still have some low to mid 70s in the south and east, and just kind of holding on to those mid 60s here in the metro with an east wind between about 5 to 15 miles an hour, and that wind's going to stay fairly light throughout the rest of this evening, again, as that warm front continues to lift to the north. And then our focus is going to be on what is taking place in the northwest Pacific. You can see the orange, the reds. Those are travelers advisories and winter storm warnings. So it's a pretty strong cold front. You can see the snow showers with it. This is headed our way. It's a strong cold front, but it's going to take a few more days before it actually gets here. So in the meantime, nice and mild. Temperatures actually climbing back into the 70s tomorrow. We're not even done with seeing the upper 70s in parts of the state over the next couple of days. But here it comes. Oh, by the time we get into Thursday, still temperatures in the 70s for some of us during the afternoon. At least at this point, it could always speed up. But behind it, that's going to be what we really notice, is just how far those temperatures do drop. And with this particular front, not expecting anything like what we had last Friday. We could still see some rain and storms, but the severe threat overall is going to be very low. But behind it, temperatures dropping into the 40s and 50s. We've got another wave moving in by early next week. Right now, more specifically, Monday for this particular model. You can see it's trying to build in a little bit of snow, but right now, not putting any snow in the forecast. I don't think that's going to happen at this point. But by midweek of next week, we've got a stronger wave moving in that could bring a little moisture. And with that particular wave, it looks a whole lot colder in behind it. But for this evening, some of the latest data, future next July, bringing in some rain and possibly a few thunderstorms overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. So your morning commute could be a little wet, but by tomorrow afternoon, just a couple of isolated light rain showers in central, northern, northeast Oklahoma. Probably after about 4 or 5 o'clock, we should be dry, but we're still going to have some clouds around. So for this evening, any one location across central, south central Oklahoma, about a 10 to 20% chance of any light rain. But overnight and into tomorrow morning, it's pretty much guaranteed that we're expecting those rain and storms to move in out of the south and kind of increase right across central Oklahoma and eventually just kind of move off to the north and east. Temperatures tonight dropping down into the upper 50s, so kind of holding steady, not going to be overly cool. But in the northwest, we are going to be dropping down to the low 50s and the low 60s across south central, southeast Oklahoma. Tomorrow afternoon, we're still expecting some cloud cover, dry later in the day, but with a southeast wind between 15 to 25, gusts as high as around 35 out to the west. It's going to be warmer, 73 degrees in Oklahoma City, the mid 70s across the south, mid and upper 60s across the north. Tomorrow afternoon, just a slight chance of rain in Oklahoma City, but the chances will still linger a little bit more in north central, northeast Oklahoma. Wednesday afternoon, a little bit more wind out of the south, now up to about 40 miles an hour out to the west. So highs in the upper 70s, even around 80 degrees in parts of southeast Oklahoma. Thursday, though, here comes the cold front out ahead of it. Still warm, still windy. Highs in the low to even the upper 70s in the southwest, but behind the cold front, temperatures start to drop. So later Thursday afternoon, highs only in the 50s in the Panhandle, but 60s and low 70s across the north and west with a moderate chance of rain and storms in the metro, but the chances do look a little bit higher across the far eastern half of the state. So for the rest of this evening, temperatures slowly coming back down. Those rain chances slowly going up, but overnight tonight, 100%. By tomorrow afternoon, that chance goes down to about 20%. Looking dry and warm on Wednesday, but cold front moves in Thursday, so Veterans Day is looking a little chilly, but nice and sunny and dry.